Edward asks a common question here that we've kind of gotten several variations, but it's always a good question. This is one of those questions where, like, if every podcast had something like this, I would answer it every time. As a husband and now a father of two girls, the two girl dads, I'm one of them too, who is starting to worry more about his heart health, I'm looking for a way to get the benefits I used to get from the long, slow swims of my college days. Zone 2 training. You were able to swim in Zone 2. That's to me pretty impressive. When I swim, I cannot. I did those triathlons when I got back from the Middle East, and first I was sick with that parasite, and then I hurt my back picking up a typewriter for someone at the school, which was terribly sad. And then, so I decided my doctor recommended swimming and bicycling, and I had to learn to bilateral breathe. But even on my best day, my heart rate was always in, panic mode as a swimmer. That's good though, you can do Zone 2. But using kettlebells instead. I'm currently 33, I've been using kettlebells for about a year. That's funny you say that, because I was 32 and 34 when I became the father of two girls. So Edward, you and I are like best friends, okay? So how do you get into condition with kettlebells? For health benefits and kettlebells, let's make sure we're doing with kettlebells what kettlebells are best at. If you're doing the goblet squat, the Turkish get up, the half kneeling press, those are three I like a lot. And by the way, hang from a bar, the goblet squat, the Turkish get up, the half kneeling press, and hanging. I love those four exercises. Now, you can say hanging is not a kettlebell exercise. Okay, you win. But what I like about those four exercises is that they challenge not only your strength and your power and all those other lifting qualities, but they also all put you in positions that gives you a check-in on your flexibility and your mobility, which I think is vital. It also saves you a lot of time. To get in the kettlebell heart and lung world, you're looking at the swings, you're looking at the snatches, and I have some programs to do it with cleans. So one thing that you can do is very simple, and I recommend this to everybody, is always walk after you lift. Now, I don't notice that here, but one of the nice things, I've got this one thing I recommend to some people where it's an easy strength protocol, but I'll change it for you for kettlebells. Okay, so I want you to do half kneeling presses. It's the perfect workout. It's easy strength. It's a combination of things. So half kneeling presses, set to 8 left, set to 8 right, hang from the bar for 30 seconds, 3 rounds. Goblet squats, maybe 3 sets to 8. Good. By the way, right now your ticker's starting to tick, 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 okay? Toss in, after those goblet squats, toss in some unweighted Turkish get-ups, going left, going right. Do it like Pat Flynn recommends, set the timer and do 5 minutes of them. Set the timer and do 10 minutes of them. After that, maybe grab the kettlebell and do 5 sets of 15 in the swing. Boom, boom, that's gonna get the heart going. Put the kettlebell down in your left hand, make a quick loop, do a suitcase carry, take a quick loop, suitcase carry with the right hand, and then go for a walk. There's your basic kettlebell stuff. What's great about that 5 sets of 15 is that's going to jump your heart rate up. The suitcase carry is going to bring it down a little bit, and then your walk, because your heart's been going boom, 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 boom. As you walk, you're going to find yourself, your heart rate will remain elevated, but not in that high elevations that we have here in Utah. My gym is at 4,330 feet or something like that. It's real easy to run out of breath when we're training here. So I would suggest doing stuff along that line. If you have the workout generator, you just follow along on that and when it says what equipment you have, just say kettlebell, and you'll get a nice kettlebell workout if that's what I told you isn't something you want to do. But I would recommend full body challenges. half kneeling press, goblet squats. I like the goblet squat and the overhead stick squat because it is a challenge to your mobility and flexibility on top of the challenge it is to your, your mobility in your goblet squat and the strength from the goblet squat. And then from there, add those walks, and I think things will be pretty good.